पूरे सीजन आपने एक लाइन मेंटेन करी है कि दिस इज आवर जंगल, दिस इज आवर जंगल. आर यू हैप्पी टू बी प्लेइंग द फाइनल इन योर ओन जंगल दिस टाइम?
हाँ, डेफिनेटली हमारे होम क्राउड के सामने मैच खेलना मेरे लिए सबसे अच्छा लगता है और मैं चाहूँगा कि मेरिनस फैंस लोग हमें सपोर्ट करें हमारे होम ग्राउंड में. तो ऑब्वियसली स्पेशल है खेलना इधर पे कोलकाता में.
Jose, last season, Mohun Bagan Super Giant missed out on doing the double. Is that added motivation for you ahead of this final?
To be honest, not too much. The point, because I don't care about what happened in the past, right? Right now, I'm trying to do my best here in Mohun Bagan. We won the Shield, and the motivation to win the cup is so high. I don't need extra motivation because last season, I don't know what happened here, right? It's 100% motivation to win the cup and to do the double, but no extra for something past in the past, right?
Well, okay, the consummate professional that you are, well answered. Gerard, what's the mood in the camp like? How was the flight? How was the stay? Everything comfortable?
Yeah, it's everything nice, everything okay. Kolkata is our second home because we were here this season in between Durand Cup, 3 league games, no? And now again, we are ready for the final. We are okay. All of them are motivated. They are, this playoff mood. Now they are in final mood, and we are ready.
Both Spanish coaches, have you texted each other before the final yet? Do you talk to each other? No? Is this the first time you're meeting before the final? All right, okay. It's good you could do it in a room full of journalists who are going to, I'm sure, ask you a lot of questions. And Gurpreet Paji, I want to come to you now. You have a long history and relationship with Kolkata. बहुत पहले से चला आ रहा है. What is it like playing over here?
As you know, you mentioned my journey started here as a professional, and I was very lucky that I was through straight into the fire as a young professional, and it molded me into what I am today, and I was forever grateful for that journey. It's always nice to come back here and play games, especially of this magnitude, because as players you want to be involved in such games because career is short, and if you get the opportunity to play finals and big games with big crowds, this is what as players we strive for, and personally I'm just lucky to be here again and again.
Well, credit to you that in this short career that you speak of in the ISL, you've reached your 4th final, as have Mohun Bagan. So it's 4-4 for each, and let's see who comes out and wins this one. I'd like to open the floor to the media over here, guys. Just a heads up, please direct your questions towards Rashida and Prateek. Can I have you in the room, Prateek? All right, Prateek is right there. So they'll be taking your questions. But yes, let's start off with you, sir. Gentleman in the check shirt over there. Yeah, can we have the mic passed to the...
I can say that what kind of strategy will not disclose, but what should be attitude should be there to actually to face Bengaluru, who is in very good form actually at this moment. So what could be the attitude of your play? Any kind of planning you are having, planning to do to stop them in the final?
Gerard wants to know.
Do you want to explain our plan, man? Of course, the motivation is really high. I told before, right? We are in the top right now. In terms of motivation, it's impossible to be still more motivated, right? Because we won the Shield. We passed a really tough semi-final to be here, and now we are going to fight for another trophy to make the double, first time in the Mohun Bagan history, right? Then motivation is impossible to be more motivated, right? And of course we respect Bengaluru. They are a really good team. They prove during the whole season, right? The kind of team they are. Will be a really tough opponent, but of course we have a plan, right? But sorry, I cannot tell you right now, man. Of course I agree with you. it's absolutely different to play against Jasepur than to play against Bengaluru. They are different players, different teams, different philosophy, different style of play. Absolutely different. But I don't prefer one or each other. What I prefer is to be here, right now, because we are in the final. We respect the opponent. Is Bengaluru, if it was a different opponent, we will respect the same because they deserve to be here for sure. Then I don't prefer one opponent, another opponent, doesn't matter. All of them are really tough, no doubt. And playing a final, doesn't matter against who are you going to play, it's going to be really tough. Then, what I prefer, of course, is to be here seated, answer your questions, because I'm in the final, right?
Hi.
Yeah, you are right. They have the 12 men, no? They have the lucky to play at home, to play with their fans, their supporters. The reality is that I think that coach will think like me, that we played 3 times this season, and I can say that maybe it was the best football in India this season, what both teams we did. We played in Durand Cup, we drew 2-2, and we lost by penalties. We were leading the game 0-2. We played at home a really nice game. And then we played here also, I think, really nice game. And they scored one goal. They won because this is about to score goals, no? For tomorrow is one final. It's everything different. We want that they put the best team as possible. We want that they play the best football as possible. And we also want to play the best football as possible.
Same question?
The question is the same.
question.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the supporters have played a big factor for Mohun Bagan always. Like I said, as a player, you enjoy these kind of games, see a full stadium because that's what you play for, that's what I play for. This adds an extra motivation, an extra challenge. And personally speaking, a challenge is good for me. And I want to be here and enjoy this and enjoy the game tomorrow because, Indian football, the best games are played in Salt Lake, and if it's a full stadium, nothing like it.
And Gurpreet, it's not like your fans won't be there. There's a fair few traveling from Bengaluru as well, right? How important are they going to be tomorrow?
Definitely.
Of course, they are going to be important, and I really want that during the game, I'm sure that it will be times that we are going to listen them, and that will be because our team will do right things.
Gurpreet, Dulal Dev from Sangbat Pratidin. Here I am. Okay. So, Gurpreet, you have been playing for a long time in Indian football, so you are the right person to say the comments on these issues. Do you think that Mohun Bagan team is this Mohun Bagan team is the all-time best club team in Indian football, or how do you want to see this Mohun Bagan?
Dulal bhai, dobara, I didn't understand the last part. Mohun Bagan.
Do you think that Mohun Bagan team is the best club team in all-time best club team in Indian football, or how do you want to see this Mohun Bagan in Indian football?
I mean, historically, I don't know, the teams that came before my time and everything. So I don't want to comment on how things were before. And obviously, this season I can speak of, and Mohun Bagan has obviously been the best standout team this season, and there's no denying it. But I can't comment on how teams were back in the day in historical terms because I know that teams were great back then too, and players gave their 100% back then too. I can only speak for this season, and definitely Mohun Bagan was the best team, and that's why they won the Shield.
Come to the final, riding on a very good performance in the eliminator and also in the semi-finals. We have scored something around 8 goals. So do you think that you have the psychological advantage in the playoffs that way?
Of course not. Of course not. I mean, when I say that they have this lucky to play at home, it's because they win this lucky. Mohun Bagan did amazing season. What they did in this league and at home, it's unbelievable. I want this for my club. This is the reality. But it's true that we did a very nice playoff, okay? But I want to say one thing that maybe you not remember, and is today is 11 of April. 11 of April last season, we played at home against Mohun Bagan, and they beat us 0-4. And we finished the league on 10th position because this 0-4. Now, 1 year later, we are on the final. That's BFC. That's what we are, okay? Tomorrow, we play also for all what happened last season, okay? For us, for the people who believe in us, and for the people who was standing behind us in that moment. It was not too much people, but we are going to play also for them, you know? And that's the way that BFC see the life, nothing else more. Eh?
Obviously, we are playing in front of our own fans, and it will be special for us, and 100% they will cheer for us, and we'll get a little more extra power for that, and I hope and we will try to win the match.
I just want to interject over here. Subhashish, as Mohun Bagan captain, you've played in many finals before, including the final last season against Mumbai City. और उस final में आप lead में थे. उस final के बाद, what are the learnings that you take into this final कि वहाँ पर जो हुआ, you don't want to repeat it this time around, और क्या हुआ था वहाँ पे in that period where you conceded a few goals in the final?
पहला सीजन हम लोग लास्ट ईयर हम लोग चेंज नहीं कर सकते, वो पास्ट था, बट जस्ट नाउ हम लोग सिर्फ ए मैच को फोकस कर रहे हैं, और हमारे ओपोनेंट में लास्ट ईयर मुंबई एफसी था, एंड ये साल हमारे ओपोनेंट बेंगलुरु है, डिफरेंट ओपोनेंट है, तो हम लोग का फोकस अभी यही मैच पे है, तो ये मैच को कैसे जीतना है उसी में फोकस कर रहे हैं, और लास्ट ईयर पास्ट को चेंज नहीं कर सकते, बट अभी हमारे सामने जो फ्यूचर है, जो प्रेजेंट है, उसको हम लोग बेहतर बना सकते हैं, और उसी में ही हमारा फोकस है.
उससे लर्निंग्स हैं कुछ उस मैच से? व्हाट हैव यू लर्नड फ्रॉम दैट मैच दैट यू वांट टू डू बेटर इन दिस मैच?
हाँ, बहुत सारे चीज़ें जो जब हम लोग मैच लॉस करते तो बहुत सारे चीज़ें हम लोग मिस्टेक किए थे, तो उसी के वजह से दूसरा टीम को चांस मिला हमें गोल करने के लिए, उसी का लर्निंग है हमें, बट कल वही चीज़ें नहीं करने का कोशिश करेंगे, और एज ए टीम हम लोग बेटर परफॉर्म करने का कोशिश करेंगे.
Hi, this is
Sorry for my English speaking. I couldn't understand your question.
Coach,
it's not, my English speaking not so good. Then you use some words that
Anyone know Spanish in this room?
I can
Coach,
understand.
just your philosophy.
Okay, I think now I understand the question. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Gerard. You know, of course, we the coaches have our work, right? And we have to try our best always. And it's important, and for us it's very important, no doubt, right? But in my opinion, players' work is more important than our work, right? And players' quality is more important than our work. But I have my ego too, right? My work is important, right? But what we try to do, or what I try to do, maybe Gerard the same, right, is to transmit to the players a way to play, how we want to play, how we want to face every match, you know, so much because we were talking before, not all the matches are the same against the same team, and maybe you have to change some things, but you want to have your own style, right? That is the most important. And after that, what makes us right or wrong is the results. And then, how today we are here, maybe we are right, right? And maybe we are good coaches, and maybe they are really good players, right? But if the result doesn't come, I will do the same, and maybe you think I'm not so good, right? But right now, we are going to enjoy, and we are going to say that we are very good, right?
Agree, Gerard?
a little bit the same. No, I want to say also that it's not only our work; it's also the work of the good staffs that we have. We have really good people near to us, you know. And I believe a lot in my staff. I believe a lot in this kind of players. This is my first season in India as a head coach. I have Gurpreet Singh Sandhu on the goal. I have Sunil Chetri. Mohun Bagan has amazing players. Of course, the work of the coach are there, but you need to have the players, you know. And as I said before, I'm the same coach last season when we finished 10th than now that we are in the final. The reality is that who play the games are them, and they believe in us. And as the coach say, we are on the final because of all global, the coaches, the clubs, the supporters, all help to arrive here.
I don't care about what happened before. I don't care. I'm here to fight. I'm here to play, to try our best. Of course, we are here to play and to do our best, trying to win tomorrow, right? And what happened in the past, I don't care. I don't care. Then it's not something I have in my mind right now. Well, I have in my mind because you question me, right? But I'm thinking nothing about what happened in the past. What is the history of ISL, if someone win at home or not, I don't know, and I don't care. We have a final tomorrow in our stadium with our fans. We are a great team, and we are going to try our best to win. That is the only thing we have in our mind. Nothing more.
শুভাশিসকে একটা কোয়েশ্চেন ছিল। শুভাশিস, তুমি বোধহয় তুমি 3 বছর পরপর 3 বছর ফাইনাল খেলবে, 2022-এও তুমি ছিলে, গত বছরও ছিলে, এবারও আছো। তো এই 3 বছরের মধ্যে তোমার কি মনে হচ্ছে যে এই বছর মোহনবাগানের সবচেয়ে বেস্ট চান্স, কনসিডারিং যেই ফর্মে টিম আছে অ্যান্ড হোম গ্রাউন্ড? অফকোর্স গোয়াতেও তোমরা জিতেছিলে, সেম ব্যাঙ্গালোরকে হারিয়ে জিতেছিলে গোয়াতে। তো এইটা ওই কনফিডেন্সটা এবার কতটা রিফ্লেক্ট করবে, যদিও 1 বছর হয়ে গেছে মাঝে?
फाइनल खेलने से पहले ऑलवेज कॉन्फिडेंस रहता है, और हम लोग कल खेलने वाले हैं। तो मैं 3 साल कंटिन्यू फाइनल खेला, तो तीनों साल ही हमारे कॉन्फिडेंस था हर एक प्लेयर में। बट मैच है तो उसी दिन जो टीम बेटर परफॉर्म कर पाता है और कम मिस्टेक करता है वो टीम जीतता है। और हमारा कोशिश यही रहेगा कि हम लोग कल सबसे अच्छा परफॉर्म कर पाए और मिस्टेक ना करें, और हम लोग यही यहाँ पे मैच जीते।
Gurpreet, were you translating the question for Gerard right now?
Thankfully, my ears in Calcutta gave me a little bit, idea of what they are
Bangla.
saying. Yeah.
So you're answering your next question in Bangla now.
I can't speak, but I can understand.
You can
a little bit.
understand. Olpo jani hai. Olpo jani.
Hello. Yeah, this is Gautam. Yeah,
we still have time for that. Now we are focusing for ISL final, and we'll focus for tomorrow's match, and then coach, management, and we'll plan everything. Thank you.
Coach,
Nothing more to add.
same day. No worries.
Absolutely agree.
Hi, Ashin Prasad from Sport.
Always is a challenge to play against Mohun Bagan, to play here in Salt Lake. The league is over. We tried hard. We had this fatigue January, that not help us to try to fight more with them for the league. But even like this was almost impossible because they were a football machine. They were winning every match. Then it was difficult. We are in the final. The finals are completely different. The finals are here for win, not for another thing. Both teams are amazing players, and I want to watch, as I said before, a really nice final, really nice football. If we can score as much goals as possible, and them also, it will be perfect. If we can, one goal more than them. But if we can finish 5-4, better than 1-0.
Would you really prefer a 5-4 win?
Yes, of course. We play football for the people. You know, the people outside have a lot of problems. A lot. They even cannot pay one ticket to enter. You know, the people who came every single match to us in Guwahati, in Jamshedpur, they came every single match behind us, pushing us. These people deserve good football. These people deserve a nice football tomorrow. You know, and of course, as much goals we can score, better.
And Gerard, while Gerard might be okay with a 5-4, I'm sure Gurpreet would love a solid 2-0 win. Nothing going past him.
Same to Molina then. Would you prefer a high-scoring game, or would you prefer like a 1-0 win, shut out Bengaluru with a 1-0 win?
I agree with Gerard some part that we play for the people and we have to make them happy, right? To enjoy football and to make them happy. But in my opinion, our fans are happy when we win. If we don't win, doesn't matter how we are playing, they are not happy. Then what we have to try to do is to win. 1-0, 5-4, 2-0, doesn't matter how much. The most important thing is to win, to make them happy. And that is what we try to do and what we are going to try to do tomorrow, of course.
Say that Mohun Bagan Supergiant is the favorite in this match. Do you agree with them?
Who is the question for?
Both the coaches or captains. Anyone can answer.
I don't go to social media, and I don't care.
Let social media answer. No, we can't answer.
Fans are saying that. Because you just said that you play for fans.
But who say this? Kerala people? Chennai people? Goa people?
All the football fans.
Don't worry. I only care about VFC people, Mohun Bagan people, because they deserve to be here. Let's play the final and let's see who will win.
Hi, good afternoon.
But it's not about to stop two players. It's about to stop all Mohun Bagan, you know. They are a really good team. I mean, I cannot say two names. I mean, if you say the two names that you said, at the moment this season, I think that they not score against us in 3 games. If you talk about these 2 names, I mean that they have really good players. Subasic, Apuya, Tapa, Virat. What I can say, you know, it's not about to stop 2 players, you know. It's about to stop one team. This is 11 against 11, and it's like us. We are not Sunil Chetri. We are a team who play for win one final, nothing else more.
Copy paste.
Control C, Control V.
Hi Gerard.
They won final. I don't need to motivate too much them. They are motivated from before the game against Mumbai in quarterfinals. You know, we won this trophy. We won this trophy. I have the lucky that I was here in 2019 when we won the trophy, and I really want him with me again. You know, I don't think that when you have players like Alberto Noguera, Raúl Beque, Sunil, Gurpreet, I don't need to motivate them. They are enough motivated. The only thing that they need to know is how try to stop this big team and try to score goals. Nothing else more. It's not about motivation. All players who will play tomorrow will go inside the pitch with the motivation exactly that you need to play one final.
Also a bit of a personal question, as you told. The last time Bengaluru won the ISL Cup, you were the assistant coach, and now you're the head coach leading the team into the final. So how big is it for you as a...
First of all, I want to say thank you to Carles Quadrat and Albert Roca, no? Because Carles believed in me that time. We did amazing season. We were on top of everything. The hard luck is that in that moment, who won the league was not coronated as a champion, no? but was amazing. Now it's another way. It's another season, completely different. I loved this team. I wanted from when I left Bengaluru to Retur as a head coach and to try to lead them to win trophies, and we are here. That's for me like a trophy, but I want to win, of course.
All the best for tomorrow.
Team goalkeeper, and there was a bit of controversy also regarding you and Vishal Kayat. So tomorrow you both will face each other, and we have already seen this battle on social media also from your side and Mohun Bagan Club side. So is that a personal battle for you, tomorrow's match?
I mean, it's definitely, you can't control social media and what people think when it comes to the content and stuff like that. But I absolutely adore Vishal and how he is as a professional, and he's a great keeper as well. So for me, I'm just focusing on the final, like Subhashish said as well. For us, there is nothing else going on in our head, in our camp. We are all just thinking about the game and how to prepare ourselves, personally and as a team. And everything else is just noise. We just need to focus on football.
Bagan, you are coaching in Getafe, Villarreal. They have a good fan base in your country, and you also coaching in Kitchi. There is a very good fan follower. In Mohun Bagan, they have a good fans. So how you compare these teams fans? It's according to number wise.
How would you compare the fans of the clubs that you have coached before?
Getafe or Villarreal,
Getafe fans. Getafe,
Villarreal, you coaching those clubs.
Yeah, but I can understand really well the question, to be honest. But I don't know what I can tell you is because you are talking about teams I coached before, right? And the fans they have, great fans, and they support us always in their best, of course. And now I'm Mohun Bagan with a great fan base, right? And they always support us, they always help us, and they are always behind us, pushing us to trying to win and trying to do our best. Then the only thing I can say to them is thank you very much, because they are always there, helping us, right? And tomorrow will be there again, and for sure they will help us to do a great job and hopefully to win the cup.
He's been scoring so many goals.
He's in training sessions always playing as a striker. That's the key.
Why not in the match then?
You know, that Subhash is a great player. You know, he tries his best every day in every training session. You know, and he has that quality in the set pieces to look always the good space to go and then have the quality to put the ball in, right, and score. And we try to take advantage of that in every match with him, with Alberto, with Tom. You know, we have really good players in the aerial balls, right, and good delivers. That is always key. And the only thing I do is try to help them to do their best, you know, to feel well, to feel comfortable, to feel confidence, and they did really well. Suba did a great season, and that's the reason because we are right now here, right? Because all the players did a great job, and they deserve to be here today.
Have you been practicing your finishing, Subhashish?
I think in the game, most important is the delivery, and we have good players who can deliver very good balls, and luckily I'll be there always in good position, and that's why I score. And when I started my career, I used to play as a striker, and maybe that helps me now.
Instinct is still there. Instinct is still there. Yes, next question, please.
When Sunil has started, there are times when he's come from the bench. Now, obviously, how do you decide that you want him to make an impact at the start, or you want him to make an impact at the bench? Because it is not always easy to get into the flow of the game coming in as a substitute. So, how difficult is that dilemma? And to Gurpreet, Gurpreet, you've played here in the past, and as you mentioned, given the kind of crowd, given the atmosphere, as a goalkeeper, how difficult is it to communicate with your teammates because of the amount of noise? And a lot of noise would be in favor of the home team. So how do you get around that? Thank you.
Sunil Chhetri, is a headache for me. He's killing my mind every single day, every single training. He wants to be the best in everything that he do. If they play cards on the plane, he wants to win. Always, always, always. Then I think that we did a good balance this season. I think he scored 14 goals, more than ever, or same than 2018. No. The reality is that him and me talk a lot. Last season we talked a lot about the Indian national team, about what is the next step, no? And we did not expect that he played as the minutes that he played, but it's Sunil Chhetri, you know. I was thinking that the season will be the season for him to start the second half and change the game, and he did it. He did like this, but then he started to be confident. He started to play 90 minutes. Of course, when he plays starting 11, he never wants that I change him. But he did really good. He did a really impact. I think that it's the top player of the season. Only for one thing: see the age that he has, and see how he plays. For me, he deserves to be the top player of the season. Now, what is the problem? The problem is that he returned to national team and he played almost 180 minutes. And then we had, till now, 4 games in a row, you know? And I need to balance my players. I need to balance the players of national team as we can, you know? We played 90 minutes more than Mohun Bagan. And for me, to put him on the bench, now as his level is not easy, but I know that he can change the games, you know, and finally he changed the game and we are on the final because his goal. Then I'm happy about him, I'm happy about not only his career, what he's giving for me, and I hope that tomorrow will be his night.
I'm just trying to remember your question because, you know...
The question was, as used to playing in Kolkata, you know there's going to be a crowd that's going to be against you. How do you communicate as a goalkeeper, as the last player whose communication skills are very important in any game? Because a lot of noise is going to be away from you, not in your favor. How do you communicate?
I mean, I'll just give you a short story on this. My second ever professional game was the Derby game. And back then there were no seats. So I think it was 100,000 crowd packed stadium. And that's when I got to know the noise that you're talking about, when you can't hear anything, when you can't communicate with your players as well. Regarding this season, I can tell you as a keeper, I was shouting probably the first, 20 games at my defense because we were, trying to keep clean sheets, not in a very good moment sometimes. But I feel like as a keeper in the last 5-6 games, at least 7 games, we've done really well as a defensive pack as well. So I have to shout less. So hopefully tomorrow I have to shout less as well. And the boys already know what I'm going to tell them and have a good game.
We have time in Indian team and also
very long.
So what type of changes you have seen in Sunil Chhetri in that 10 years?
He's gone from, I think, 11% body fat to now 6% body fat in the last 10 years. And he has a kid now. Jokes aside, I think he's become a very, very proper professional. When I started to play with him 15 years back, I think the transformation had already happened. He had been to Kansas City. He got the exposure, got the knowledge over there, how to eat, sleep, all these things was so much more important as a professional. And Sunil Bhai, being the leader that he is, he implemented that in the national team, in the club as well, and we have been following his footsteps since then. So I think the change that I've seen in him in the past 15 years is massive, and it's no surprise that he's still playing at this age. I think he can easily beat the Japanese guy who's still playing, I think, somewhere in Europe. Yeah. So I think he has the ability. It's just his mind. He needs to keep motivating himself, I guess.
Like we have, no, the experienced players that we have, it's not about to talk with them about mentally, about to convince them. No, we are going to play one final against a great team in a great stadium with a full people stadium, and they are motivated enough. They are ready, and as I said, all this playoff, no, about the playoff mood. Now the team is in a final mood, and you can see in their faces. Only need to see the faces, and they are ready.
Okay, guys, last question to anyone over there. You could give it to the gentleman in the white shirt over there. Yes.
What is the status of Suresh?
Okay, Suresh was out of the game the other day. He's recovering. Not only him, because finally we played 5 days ago, and it was a tough game in Goa. We played also 2 games before, and we recovered all the players. Only Pojari, because he is out of all the playoff, but the other ones, all them are ready.
আমার সুভাষিসদার জন্য একটা প্রশ্ন থাকবে। সুভাষিসদা, রায়ান উইলিয়ামসের মতন প্লেয়ার রয়েছে, তুমি কতটা কনফিডেন্স যে এত ভালো পারফর্ম করে আসছে ওরা, তুমি তোমার দিক থেকে কতটা কনফিডেন্স যে স্টপ করার জন্য এই প্লেয়ারগুলোকে?
রায়ান উইলিয়ামস খুব ভালো খেলছে এবছর, খুব ভালো খেলেছে, বাট আমরা অ্যাজ এ টিম পারফর্ম করি এবং মোহনবাগান অ্যাজ এ টিম পারফর্ম করে, তো আমরা ট্রাই করব অ্যাজ এ টিম আমরা যাতে ডিফেন্ড করি এবং একসাথে অ্যাটাক করি, তো আমাদের প্রেফারেন্স এটাই থাকবে। আর একসাথে যদি আমরা খেলি অ্যাজ এ টিম, তো আমরা বেটার পারফর্ম করতে পারবো।